Hi guys, hello everyone. So I hope all of you are doing well. In this video, we are going to see how to type like a pro, even if you're a beginner and you did not try typing till now. So first, one thing we should learn whenever you're trying to learn typing is you should be able to know what kind of fingers, which finger is used for clicking on which button. Like for example, there are many letter symbols, alphabet symbols, special characters, symbols, space bar. So one thing you should be aware is which key you should be using to press which finger you should be using to press which key. So by the end of this video, you will be knowing the proper finger positions and how to practice them. You'll be getting the practice methods and shortcuts to master typing. First thing is you should be knowing the finger names. So you can see here this is called as thumb finger, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So you should be well aware with these finger names. Why? Because if you know the finger names properly only, then only you'll be knowing the which finger you use for pressing, clicking on which key. So on the keyboard, you'll be having different types of letters, numbers, function keys, special keys. We'll be using separate different fingers for different keys. So first thing is home row position. Home row position. So if you can see here, we have three rows here of alphabets. First one is QWERTY. This is called top row. And second one is ASDFGHJKL. This is called as home row. And the next line, which is totally at the bottom, which contains alphabets, is called bottom row. So the main thing here is whatever you have in the middle, this is called home row, like ASDFGHJKL. You can see it right here. So this is called as home row. Whenever like we should be placing our hands, I mean fingers on this home row. On if you closely observe at your keyboard, which you are using now, you'll be having a bumps. Bumps means nothing but like if you like there are indicators, finger indicators, like which denotes that you should be keeping your fingers on them. So if you observe F and J, you'll be having something indicators like these two lines. So those are meant to keep your hands, fingers, mainly index fingers on F and J. These are called indicators, finger indicators. So you should be keeping your hands. You should be keeping your fingers on F and J. I mean index fingers on F and J. This is the first step you should be following in the typing whenever you are typing. So home row keys, they are ASDF, which you should be using your index finger on the home rows and JKL and on the right hand. On the right hand, using right hand, you should be using right hand. You should be clicking on JKL. I said you as earlier, F and J are small bumps, which is for finger placements. Okay, and I mentioned here which finger is used for clicking on different keys. The thumb rule, the one rule you should be following is for space bar, for space bar, like whatever it is, a space bar, you know, right? For that, you should be using any s- thumb finger. You can be using right thumb finger or left thumb finger. That is your wish. Okay, that is your wish. But space bar is donated. Thumb finger is used only for pressing space bar. Okay, you should be knowing which finger presses which keys. And the main thumb rule, which remains always constant, is whenever you type any whenever you type any key on the keyboard, one rule which you should follow is after pressing that key, you should be again returning to the home row. Home row is nothing but which I denoted showed you here, ASDF. The middle line, which contains alphabets, is called as home row. That is called as home row because whenever you type any finger, any key on the keyboard, you should be always returning to the home row and again going to the another key. That is why it is called as home row. the and actually like left hand, using left hand. So you have left hand here will be like it is converted into two types. So the one thing you should know is which you'll be having two hands, right? One is left hand, one is right hand. So left hand fingers are denoted for one key, separate keys, and right hand fingers are denoted for we utilize them for other keys. So with left hand, when left hand we have five fingers, right? This one is called thumb finger. This is index. This is middle, and this is ring and pinky. The smallest finger is called pinky finger. So the this one is called thumb finger, and the last smallest one is called pinky finger. So in little, so I'll show you with example, so it will be easy for you to understand. So you can see it here, right? So you can see it here, right? So you can see it here. So little finger, whichever it is denoted here, whichever you can see here, that is used for pre- pressing the key of Q, A, and Z. A, Q, A, and Z. And the ring finger, left hand ring finger, is used for pressing on S, W, X, and number 2. And another middle finger is used for pressing, left hand middle finger is used for pressing D, E, C, and 3. Index finger is used for pressing F, R, V, T, G, B, 4, and 5. And the left and last finger, that is thumb left, you can use it for pressing spacebar. Okay. And the next one comes here, right hand. Right hand. So in right hand also, you'll be having all fingers, right? For like each finger is for pressing different keys. So index finger. Here comes the index finger of right hand. So index finger is used for pressing J, U, N, Y, H. Sorry, J, U, M, Y, H, N, and I think for numbers it is used for pressing 6 and 7. And middle finger of right hand we use it for I, K, and comma and number 8. So little finger, ring finger we use it for L, O, 9. And the pinky finger used for pressing P, O, semicolon, and forward slash. So on the last thumb finger, we use it for spacebar. One thing you need to know here is whichever you are comfortable with for pressing spacebar. It may be a right hand thumb or left hand thumb. You can use it any thumb finger. There is no conventional rule that you should only use right hand thumb finger. Okay. So if you want to get aware, like you can see your fingers, like on each finger, it is shown here like which alphabet is used to press which key. If you take a screenshot of this, it will be better so that you will be able to recollect whenever you want to. Okay? Okay. So step by step practice. So you may practice in levels. Like whenever you start typing using keyboard, you will not become a pro and type 30, 40, 50, 60 words per minute immediately. So there will be a gradual progress. So gradual progress means one day you'll be type you'll first day in first week you'll be coming to know which fingers are used for pressing which keys. In second week you'll become second week you'll be becoming familiar with the fingers. And the third week like you'll get muscle memory of how to remember keys. And the fifth, sixth week you'll be becoming you'll be improving your accuracy. And after meanwhile, after 1 2 months, you'll be improving your speed. So level one is you should be typing home row letters, like home row letters, like which I mentioned showed you. Home row is nothing but the ASDF key. is DF line. You should be familiar with this row in the level 1. And the second level, you should be familiar with top row, and top row is nothing but QWERTY, this row. The third level is bottom row. You should be getting very away with ZXC will be third line, which contains alphabets. So in the level 4, you should combine this all rows and try to type small words. And the last level is you should be practicing short sentences with these three rows. Okay. So I want to give some tips for typing. So don't look at the keyboard whenever you are typing. Use the bumps which are like indicators, lines which are there, like speed breakers on the keyboard on F and J. Use them to know wherever your fingers are going and which key it is going. And in the beginning stages, you don't try to improve your speed. In the beginning stages, you don't try to improve speed at once suddenly. What you should do is it should be maintaining steady rhythm, slowly, step by step. So whenever you're pressing keyboards keys, what you should do is sit straight, eyes on the screen, keep your wrists relaxed and avoid bending. Okay. So what I say you is get accuracy first, then speed. Practice daily 15 to 20 minutes, and pro in uh, you'll be pro in typing after some days. The final tip is nothing but typing is like cycling. Once you learn, you never forget. Daily practice, do practice daily for 2 weeks to get comfortable, and in within 1 to 2 months, you'll be ready for with full speed. Start today, be consistent, and you will soon type like a pro. All the best. So, in this video, I just wanted to show my typing speed. So, I'll be taking you to one of the I'll be taking you to one of the websites which is used for typing. That is nothing but fast fingers, and I'll just type and show you what is my typing speed. So you can see it here. I was able to type 58 words per minute with accuracy of 92.99%. That is nearly equal to 93%. And you also will be able to type like 58 words per minute if you practice consistently and regularly for 20 minutes for 2 months. All the best. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful.